Hello again. We're back at EdgeMate. I'm your host, Chad Cook. Today's episode is going to be focused on AI. It's a big buzzword these days. So EdgeMate, again, is where we interview tech leaders, entrepreneurs, and salespeople, and we find out what their edge is, what differentiates them from their competitors. And my company is Bridgepoint. And what we do is we take you to the edge. We take you closer to your companies, your technology solutions that take you to your closer to your customers, your employees, and your data. But enough about me. I have a special guest, Ashley Cline, and she's with a company called EXL Services. And again, that company is a huge advisory firm, consulting firm that focuses on AI and technology services. Before we get into that, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself, Ashley, and where you're from, and then how you came to get to EXL.
Sure. Thanks for having me on. A little bit about myself. I have about 13 years experience in AI consulting. I also have my own kind of side hustle there, but I came to EXL about 5 months ago. Very impressed with the size and breadth of their AI, data analytics, and data management.
AI stands for artificial intelligence, by the way.
So I was impressed with the breadth of their practice there. So just recently joined and looking forward to everything that EXL has to offer.
You were like in another country before that, right? Give me a little bit about Dubai. I know you were in Dubai. Like everyone wants to go there and shop and stuff like that, but that had to have been pretty interesting.
Yeah, I was in Dubai. I actually went there. I was with another consulting firm, and I was opening up my own AI practice there right when the pandemic hit.
Okay.
So I had gotten a lease space and was bringing in a bunch of data scientists from overseas whenever everything got closed, and I was able to get out of my office lease, thankfully. But I did spend the pandemic there. I worked a lot with the folks in the Middle East doing some AI projects that were a lot of fun.
Are leases just about as expensive as leases are in San Francisco? Or?
No, it wasn't bad. I had a small space, and it was pretty reasonable.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, we're glad you're back in the States. Okay, I'm just kidding. All right, and then a little bit more about EXL Services then. We'll get into a SWOT analysis later, but a little bit more than just my quick intro.
So EXL, we are an analytics, AI, data management, kind of IT services consultancy. You can think of Deloitte, Accenture. These are our competitors. We're about 50,000 people. The analytics team our analytics and data management is about $600 million practice, so it's pretty big. We have 7,000 data engineers and data scientists, so that's what attracted me to EXL.
Totally.
They've got the chops when it comes to data management and AI.
Cool. All right, but before we get to the SWOT analysis, we're going to do some icebreakers. And one of these is for adults, the other one is for kids. I don't know which one, but we'll find out real quick. All right. What's something you're self-conscious about? Podcast. No. That had to be the kid question.
Physical appearance.
Okay. Well, I think you look great, so I think you've handled that pretty well.
Okay.
All right, that had to be the adult question, because I don't think kids know what the word conscious means, but we'll see. What do your friends say about you? Your parents.
My stepbrother and my stepdad, whenever I come into town, back to Illinois, they always say one is Hurricane Ashley making landfall.
Okay, all right. That was a big storm. That was definitely one.
They joke, but I'm
At least your name's not Katrina, so
Yeah.
there we go. No. All right. Now we're going to get into the SWOT analysis stage. SWOT segment. So what would you say some strengths you or EXL services have versus some of the competitors you mentioned, like Accenture and McKinsey and whatnot?
Yeah, so I think we're a step below, Accenture and McKinsey, whereas we have less brand recognition. But some of our strengths, I would say, once again, we've been around for 25 years. We are global, so U.S., Latin America, UK, Eastern Europe, India, Singapore, Philippines, and Australia. So I do love the fact that we can pull team members from any stretch of the globe where we've got coverage and we've got a lot of expertise. Another thing that I really like about EXL, strength-wise, is that we will go to whatever industry we're in, and we will get the top folks in that industry, whether it be automobile or whether it be CPG or retail or banking, and we will hire them to come in internally and work with us. That way, we actually understand deeply our clients that we're working with. And then I already mentioned that for me personally, working in AI and analytics, having 7,000 data scientists and data engineers paired with client experts, so industry experts, that is a really deadly combination.
For sure, yeah. And then what would be some of the weaknesses then?
I think that we have not done as much marketing. We essentially have never really had a sales organization. We've grew to almost a $2 billion company without a sales organization because we essentially were able to work through referrals, through our client referrals, which is a good thing, but we aren't as known for marketing and sales to actually get the word out.
I was surprised at 50,000 employees. Yeah,
everybody is. They go, who? And so I feel like we're kind of one of the best kept secrets. Another weakness could be the fact that we've been very heavily invested in insurance and banking. So pretty much every bank and financial institution and most insurance agencies in the US and UK are working with us. But that also means that we haven't focused on tech.
Other verticals.
So tech. I mean, we are in retail CPG. We are in media. We work with NFL, MLB, MLS. So we work with all those media folks. But we're really been kind of pigeonholed into finance, like banking and insurance.
Yep, gotcha. And then how about like opportunities in the market that you're seeing right now? I mean, AI is obviously an opportunity in itself, but are you able to like break that down a little bit, or?
Yeah, this is I think where you and I cross roads. So I believe that with AI, everybody's talking about AI, and you can go to any AI. There's a lot of AI platforms out there. You just purchase a platform and then you do it yourself. But there's a lot of data infrastructure and data management that goes on behind the scenes, and that is a huge opportunity.
So that's interesting you say that. There's a ton of AI events in San Francisco and beyond, and most of them are, with the founders and then with VCs, and obviously that's where all the magic begins. Yeah. And once the founder has the money, then what? And now they're finding, we're going to go in the cloud. Well, extremely expensive. So that this is where, and not to say that's not the solution for them, but there's definitely a lot of different options: cloud, hybrid cloud environments, the infrastructure you're talking about.
Absolutely. I have had projects where
Bridgepoint can do this.
Exactly. This is how we met. So I've sat down with clients and I've scoped out and spent months scoping out really heavy storage-intensive AI projects, particularly in computer vision. So lots of CCTV video coverage when you're trying to do analytics, real-time analytics on, let's say, a port or an airport, and you've got videos and you're trying to do those analytics. This cloud storage on that is astronomical. So if you go in just as an AI consultant and you say, here, I can do this, I can get you all the information you need from this TV, and then they say, great, let's go, and then they take it to Azure or Amazon.
All the egress costs are...
And it's then your AI project kind of tanks due to the storage process.
Yep. Yeah, so the opportunity would be to explain that there's other ways that you can accomplish your AI dreams.
Well, for me, the opportunity is to come in and to provide an end-to-end solution, which is, yes, we can build you some dashboards and we can get you the analytics you need and we can get you all of those insights, but we also have to go ahead and fix all of your data infrastructure. So for me, that takes a smaller project, which is just in focus of an AI.
Understood.
And then I'm going through and I'm digging through all of their infrastructure and data management. And then we get into the storage. So it takes, a $500,000 project, and it might turn into a $2 million project. So that's opportunity but everyone's going through this.
Yes,
You can't just go and say, I'm going to do AI without fixing your data infrastructure.
Got it. And would that be the last part of the spot as the threats? What do you see some of the threats in impacting that?
Cloud storage is a threat. There is a bit of, it's a challenge because you're trying to get something off the ground and then you're having to deal with the storage. Another threat is you do have a lot of folks who they come in, maybe a chief data officer or a CFO, and they say, we want to do everything in-house. So it's more of a hesitation to work with an outside consultancy. That's a threat. And then the other threat would be competitors.
Yep. Gotcha.
With bigger names, Deloitte or McKinsey.
But your marketing will fix that. All right. Well, there you have it. So basically, I like how you said how AI infrastructure is starting to get more prevalent because that's what a lot of this technology is right on, and our companies have some gray areas, but there's definitely some room to work together on that. Now, for the most exciting part of this show, it's not AI. It is our tarot segment.
Okay.
All right. All right. I've already pulled your card. Now, is there anything you need clarity on, or is there anything that you have questions that you need answered? Because it gets answered here.
Okay. I'm always on the go. I've lived in a bunch of countries. San Francisco's been home for a long time, but I've been really thinking about relocating. So,
okay.
Where should I land next?
Well, it's funny because the card you picked is the Knight of Cups. And look at this guy is already on the go right now. He's got his horse and he's ready to go. Normally, knights mean like you're going on a journey. You're going on a quest. So you're on a quest to finding.
Possibly. A new location.
And then cups mean interaction. So you're imagine cheersing someone. So more business interaction or whatnot. Some other things. It's a card of a very imaginative and creative. Getting in touch with your emotions, actually.
Okay. Right.
And then, just looking for new and creative opportunities. So and following your heart and your gut. So literally this card's telling you, it makes a lot of sense. I don't know how I do it. I'm so good at this. Awesome. Well, I just want to thank you again for being a guest, Ashley. That does it for today's episode of EdgeMate, and we'll see you all next time. Take care.